Hello everybody, here is the Balanced Digital Live channel. My name is Alexander Matthey, the animator of the channel. Let's start first with my private personal introduction, since this is my day one of the 90 days challenge, video challenge series. My name is Alex, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. I was born in Hungary, where I studied during about 18 years, finishing my secondary studies. And then I moved to Sofia, Bulgaria. I've done computer science engineering. Once finished, I decided, the world being a little bit narrow on the other side of the Iron Curtain, to move to Switzerland, where I established myself in '82 in the French part, married. A couple of years later, feeling again that it was a little bit narrow Europe, I moved to Australia, where we spent 5 years with my wife. My daughter was born during that time. We moved later back to Switzerland. And a couple of years passed until she finished secondary school, and we moved to the UAE, where we live now for a couple of years, 7, 8, even 9 years. During my professional life, I was predominantly dealing with IT development and enterprise software installations. The common thread during all those years until now, it was project management, which I started roughly about 30 years back, and it took me to Dubai, in fact, in 2008, as I mentioned, throughout the years, where I started, or I intended to start, a brilliant career in certification and consulting, which I was doing already for a couple of years back in Europe. Unfortunately, the crisis did not work for us. The business model was wiped out, and we were obliged to leave this segment. So I rejoined the corporate sector, and since then I'm working in different sectors. Now, my career being relatively stable, developing alongside project management, coming from technical, getting into high-level management, I started as well earlier in Australia to do personal development, and later here in the UAE, I pressed much deeper, I went deeper, and just recently, like 2 weeks ago, we came back with my daughter from Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within, which we enjoyed thoroughly. What I realized after so many years, my daughter being grown up, my wife half in the UAE, half in Switzerland, something is missing from our life. What was missing is the glue which holds everything together. The professional career development, the life, personal life, the development. And although I recently started to mind my health and to run and lose weight, survey my nutrition, everything came into place, but in a little bit fragmented format. Very recently, I stumbled upon a presentation, or I would say an advertisement of an organization which was allowing us and proposing us to put a head above all of it. It rendered me obviously very enthusiastic, but let's talk about that at a later stage once we start day 2 from tomorrow on. Thank you very much for your listening.